First, in a Hive, you will need to have data. No matter what you have, you need data. So we're going to create data using vi command, right? Vi, and we're going to say product. So we're going to create a data. Once we have data, we are going to create a directory. We're going to create a directory, and in this directory, we are going to push this file. So first of all, so we have data. That data we need to push to HDFS. So this is HDFS directory. Make directory space -p. -p means if the directory exists. If the directory exists, keep it. But if it is not there, create it. So if it exists, you will not get error. But if it is not exist, it will create it. Put command will help you local file which you created just now. That local file will be pushed to the HDFS directory. So far so good. People on phone, great. Okay. Then here we are writing a structure. Please understand. Writing a structure is a piece of cake if you know the data. So here you can see here how many data you have: 1, you have 2, you have 3, and 4. So we have 4 columns. So it means in our situation, we have ID which is matching here, name which is matching here, a quantity which is matching here, and price which is matching here. And the location, you instead of cloud era, you're going to use user root product. User root product, because you have to change. So basically what we are saying is, first I'll drop the table if it exists. Now create a table. I'm going to put here user root, right? Product. So this will point it. And then now naturally I want to say show table. Show me my table is created. And if yes, I can start doing analysis. I can do start analysis. So this is simple warm-up exercise. After we do warm-up exercise, we're going to play other activity. Okay, ready? So let's create an EMR cluster. We are missing Alma. Alma still not here. What's going on with Alma? Oh, Alma is here. What's going on? Alma, class started at 6 o'clock. Okay, she's here. That's our big thing. So let's continue. So we're going to start our EMR cluster. So let's do AWS console login. AWS console login, and we'll start a management console. This process is now should be simple and powerful and easy for all of you because we've been doing for a while. Shouldn't be difficult. So let's do sign the console. So when you sign in console, it's going to ask you login. We are always login as a root user. We're login as a root user. And once you log in, enter your email address, and it will ask you. For me, it is asking captcha 168 meet. It is asking MFA. I have MFA, so it should not be a difficult part. So now I'm able to log in. The first thing we will do is we'll create an EMR cluster. Now you guys all know how to create EMR cluster, so it should not be difficult. So let's do EMR. What is EMR stands for? What is EMR stands for? Elastic Map Reduce. Elastic Map Reduce. Elastic Map Reduce. Absolutely. So we are here, and we're going to create a new cluster. Now, because I teach the classes here, I have so many clusters, but again, later on, I should remove everything. So create a cluster. And today, February 7th, so I'll say my cluster, Feb 7. Please follow along. Click on Hadoop. Right? Make sure you have a cluster ready. So we have 7 at the cluster, and we have used so far Peak and Hadoop, right, and Hive. So we have that. In coming class, I will be teaching Spark. Spark is our ultimate topic because I don't think they have Scoop. That's what I noticed here. So normally I teach Scoop also, but I do not have a way to teach Scoop. So I will teach you Scoop as a conceptual because I do not have Scoop here. Ideally they should have, because it was one of the popular technology, but I don't see the Scoop is part of here unless we install it. I'll see if I can find a way. Okay. So make sure you select here, don't miss that. We are using Hadoop. Now if you scroll down, the first thing it's going to ask us about. So we'll scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. So it's the protection part. Not yet. Good. Nothing, no change, no change, no change. I just want to make sure. Yeah, here. Cluster termination part. So cluster termination part, it is automatically terminating at 1 o'clock. Sorry, after 1 hour. So let me get maybe I'll say 3 hours. It will terminate. I will terminate myself, but I don't want to be terminated. Otherwise, I have to spend 3-4 minutes extra. So 3 hours I put it. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Then key comes, SSH key. We're going to create a key, right? We're going to create a key. I always create a key because I don't want to have dependency of last class, because some of you are doing first time, or you don't have to worry about last class. That's a good idea to create a key. And our key will be Hive7 key. And then you're going to say create cluster, create cluster, create cluster, create cluster, create cluster, create cluster, create cluster. The key is created. Now we can go back here. We can go back here. And when we go back here, we know that we created a key. So we're going to browse it. We're going to browse it. We're going to browse it. And when you browse it, what will happen? I can just write Hive and press enter. So I can see my Hive7. So sometime if it doesn't show up, refresh this thing. So sometime if your key doesn't show up, just refresh it. And you may see that. So here you go. The key is here. Select the key. Now you got the key and choose it. Please understand, without key, you will not be able to log in, especially if you are using PuTTY. It's very important that you create a key. Next, we are going to say create service rule, right? And we're going to say create instance profile. So check this one and check this. Remember, we are doing both create service rule, make sense or not, and create instance profile. Make sure you don't forget that. And now let's click on create cluster. So when you click on create cluster, it may take a minute or two and cluster will be created. At this moment, any question, concerns, doubt? Everyone is doing good? I hope you are following along. If you have a question, please ask. Because after a few minutes, cluster will be created. It takes a minute or two to create a cluster. I want to show you a couple of exercises. I would say 3 or 4 exercises we will be doing. So if first exercise doesn't work, don't cry. We'll do the second exercise, third exercise. 5, in my understanding, the easiest thing in the world. So some of you might not have a Linux background or other background, so you might think it's hard. But if you just follow along and repeat a couple of times, it will become easy. Right now, server is coming up. I hope. Sometimes if you don't see SSH and SSM, in that case, you may want to refresh. Right now, SSM is here. So let's let it come. May take a few minutes. Let's see. It did not show up SSH, but it will show up. Our goal is to get SSM, so no problem. Sometimes if it doesn't refresh, you may want to click here, refresh it, see if it shows up. It takes 2 minutes. So right now, back to, I have to set. If you guys give me thumbs up so we can move forward. This is the location we will be connecting, and using that we'll be continuing. Good. Awesome. Thank you, Joe. Alma, Vida, it's okay to give me like thumbs up, Divan, right? And Silas is here as well. Awesome.
I'm going to keep putting them in the chat. I don't know, for some reason, my thumbs don't come across.
I don't know why. What happened? Vida, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you can write in a chat also. That's fine. Yeah, Divan, thank you.
I forgot this class start by 6 o'clock. I thought it's 6:30, so I was just waiting for 6:30.
I'm so sorry. This class, because of Friday, we are starting a little early because my wife says, you know, you've been teaching every night. When are you going to come home early? I said, Friday. What time? 9 o'clock. So instead of 9:30, I go 9 o'clock. So
Okay,
that's 30
okay.
minutes extra.
I think I'll keep to time next time then, so.
No problem. Yeah, today we have a lot of things to cover, and I just need a little bit, you know, confirmations and all. Trust me, you will enjoy it because I want to finish Hive if I can. And then if time permits, I'll do end-to-end demo. Otherwise, we'll do next week. So it's a very interesting class. There are 3 or 4 labs we are going to do. Please don't be discouraged if one lab doesn't work. You can watch recording, but please allow me to complete some sections so you can see each lab is independent. So I'm hoping that during this journey, you will understand where you're making mistakes, what the problems are. And that is also big learning, right? You know where the problem is, so next time you will do better. Okay. So let's click on SSM. And it should take me to the EMR. In case if you get a connection error, we do know how we are adding security group. We need to allow security group all traffic to our incoming traffic. We should be able to do that. So I should be able to connect, but in case if you are getting error, I showed you how to add in security group, we need to add inbound rules. So I'm able to connect. If you are not able to connect, most likely your security group is stopping you, right? I'm hoping all of you are able to connect because we have already added that. But in case if you are having security group issue, I just want to show you it's not really hard. You are here and you click on security. I'm just going to walk you through. In case if you're having connectivity error, you click on security. Once you click on security, you will see security group. And please click on that. In case if you are having error, you click on security group. And when you click on that, there is an edit inbound rule. So you're going to click on edit inbound rule, edit inbound rule. And once you click on inbound rule, you are just going to add one more rule, which is called all traffic. You just say add rule. You select all traffic. Remember, add rule, all traffic. So you click add rule, all traffic. And in here, in custom, you can select anywhere IP4 and then just save it. That's it. So please understand, in case if you are having connection error, we do add rule, all traffic, anywhere from IP4 and save rule. Boom, boom, and you're done. For me, it's already there, so I'm not going to do because I'm already logged in, so I'm not going to add any rule. I'm just going to say cancel. So time being, is EMR. So now we are actually doing exercise. One more time, repetition. So if I go back to forum, first we need data. So we are going to use this data. So highlight and copy that. Remember, these are tab delimited data. So I'm going to highlight that, Control C. I'm highlighting, Control C. Okay. These are dummy data, but in real life, you can have billions of rows, but concept remains same. So I get him. So this thing. Okay. So first thing you always do is VI, and you can give a name. So my data name is, product, right? My data name is product because we are doing product. So VI product. When you do that, you will get empty screen. The first thing, it's a read only. So you do I, and then you right click and paste it. You right click and paste it. Once you right click and paste it, then you do escape. Escape is a switch, and then you say colon WQ. Colon W means right, Q means quit, and then it will save the file and come out. So let's do one at a time. Press enter. By default, you are in a VI editor, and you need to do insert. So I for insert. And then you right click and paste it. Right? Once you right click and paste it, your data will be there. You need to make sure it's a tab delimiter, which is in our case, yes, it is. Now you escape. Escape means you come out from insert mode, colon WQ. WQ means write and quit. Write and quit. In Linux, it's always ruled that you double check everything because minor mistakes in Linux error out. And I always like to double check because I don't want to troubleshoot the entire program. I want to troubleshoot unit. So I created a file. I can through cat command, I can see the content. So it looks like everything is working fine so far. Good. Right? So we have first thing ready. Now the second thing is we need now a script which we are going to do product.sql. And in the product.sql, we'll create a table, metadata table, and we have to point it. Oh, we have not yet pushed this file to HDFS. So we need to create HDFS directory and we need to push the file. Once we push the file, we create a metadata, point the location to the HDFS, and then analysis. We're done for the lab. So let's do that. So last time we had a little hiccup. This time we'll be solving this thing. So I have all commands ready to go. So we'll follow the same situation. Okay. So we'll take one command, which this command will help you to create directory. So we're going to say copy that, right click and paste it. I don't want to type too much. So you can see Hadoop fs make directory -p means if directory exists, then let it be like that. If directory doesn't exist, then create it. Awesome. Right click and press enter. So you can see now Hadoop fs mkdir -p product. It will create a product directory.
So when we create the VI product file, so that is on our local machine now. We are
When you use this command, that is the only time you're talking about HDF.
HDF.
So now this directory is created. Now go back to HDF forum. I hope everyone has a forum access. If not, I'm going to put it in the chat because without that, how are you going to do it? So you always need to stop me in case if you don't have the content, because you want to make sure you don't type too much. Go to exercise to have access to that.
Really quick, Tashar, just out of habit, I control V instead of paste it. And so, I get this error and I'm trying to escape. Okay. I am. And then what do I do? Just try to paste it again? How do I get rid of what did paste?
Yeah. 1 second. I need to go. So I'll go here. See, when I do VI product, right? So
yes.
If I'm here, so if you make a mistake, you do escape in case if you made a mistake, right? Anytime you make a mistake, you do escape, right? Then colon Q exclamation. Q means quit.
Oh, good. Okay.
Exclamation means come out. So forcefully come out. So
Q,
that it will not save it. Escape colon Q exclamation means your data will be lost. Whatever you made accidentally will be lost. But like example, escape colon Q exclamation. So you come out and then go again one more time. VI product and you are fine. Right? Then you do I, then right click and paste.
Okay, so
right click and paste.
Where I messed up is before I did Q exclamation, I did colon WQ. So it did save it. So I probably just have to get rid of it and start over.
Yeah, you can delete that thing.
Okay.
In that case, you can, like example, you made a mistake, right? You can delete the file rm minus rm minus f, and then you can say product, and you can delete that. Once you delete that rm minus f product, you delete the file. Once you delete the file, you create the file vi product. In that situation, you know what to do. I right click paste.
Okay. Thank you. It's good to know the Q exclamation before it gets to that point. Thank you.
Okay. Now I want to go and push the file. So I already have command here ready. Please understand. Commands are ready. I normally do so. The reason it will save a lot of time. And sometimes you need to have a working example. So right click and paste it. So when you do so, what you are trying to do here, you are saying, I have a local file, which is product, which is local file. And I want to push this file to the directory, which is the HDFS. This directory is HDFS. So I'm pushing this file to HDFS directory. So if you press enter, the file is copied. Now remember I said push file here. So I want to check that did file go Hadoop FS minus cat, right? Then I can say, where is the situation? The user root product. Did it go here? So it said no. Hadoop spelling is wrong. My mistake. Sorry for that. And I'll say if the file is there, say it say, oh, it's a directory. Correct. That is right. So I can say start and to say, yay, file is there. You always check in Hadoop because you can see nicely, this is my location and file is there and I can see the content. Most of the time people don't check this basic thing. I have a habit to check every step. When I write a program, Java, Python, R, I write few lines, check it, because I want to have incremental growth in my program rather than write everything and debug. Sometimes it's take a long time. I found very simple, fail fast and fail now. So it's very important. Good. So right now everything looks good. So now next step is we need to go and see what we are going to do. So here we are creating a script. We are creating a script, and the remember part is wherever is a cloud error, I'm going to write root, which is in our case it is here. Rest everything looks nice, and we have table which I already created that, no problem. Everything looks good. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to copy this script up to this. Control C. I hope everyone knows Control C means copy, right? You select everything. And we are going to create a Hive script. So Control C. Now go back to your VI. And now we're going to say VI product.sql. VI product.sql. Please understand VI product.sql. So when you do product.sql, you're creating Hive script. So Hive script is normally have a SQL command. So that's why we call SQL. So we press enter. By default, you press I for insert, and then you right click and paste. There is a technique, right click and paste, and you nicely you can see everything looks good. Your drop command, if table exists, it will drop. It will create a product table, and its location is the one we need to change. Rest everything looks nice. If everything works well, we should see table product. Let's see if it's going very well. So here I need to change this thing. I'll go here, delete a little bit, and I'll say upload. At this moment, let me know if you have any questions. If you don't change this, nothing will work. So it's very, very important that you. Any questions? Everyone knows we are changing route, right? Don't complain me. Things are not working because you have the default one. So it's very important. Now do escape, colon W. Escape, colon W, Q. W means right, Q means quit. So that part is now last step to check it out. And that is Hive minus F product.sql. Product.sql. So we are checking Hive minus F product.sql and see if it works. If it works, just say ta-da. Trust me, this type of things I normally estimate 40 hours. 40 hours. And trust me, rest of the time you can do whatever you want. So this type of, like anytime I need to create an external table and all 40 hours, you can see it works like a charm. You can write any query of your choice. Like example, if I want to write a query, I can say Hive minus, I can write any complex query of my choice, right? I can say Hive, like example, I want to say Hive, right? I say Hive minus E, right? I'll say select. Let's say I want to have ID and name. I need ID and name from product table, where what is the column name was? Price, I think. Price, yeah. So where price is greater than, let's say, 100, and then double quotation. So you're saying, you know what? Select ID comma name. Select ID comma name. So these are the column you're choosing. Table name is product, and you're saying, hey, condition has to be true, and then press enter. This ad hoc query part makes Hive very, very interesting because anybody know SQL. So you can do ad hoc query nicely, easily with Hive. This type of thing, if you are trying to do with what you call big, it's going to take a long time. So your productivity increase once you set up and Hive. What I did it. That's all you do. Your HDFS and your meta structures. And that's all you do. The rest of the thing, you just run SQL command. So it is so simple, right? Connecting the dots, that's the only one-time action. The rest of the time, just run query, just run a query. So people like it. Any question, concerns out? First lab is done. This is another interesting part. This is often asked in interview question. Please pay attention. Tonight we'll do quiz also. Last week we did not do quiz because we ran out of time. So tonight we'll do quiz. This command is very helpful command. I learn like a systematical way. So my learning happened through book. I read book and I kind of mental model everything. So there are some Lego block in Hive. So first is HDFS, where your table is stored. Data is stored, my mistake. So your mental block, the HDFS has data. Then you have another block which is called metadata, which is called table, where your table created or script created, where metadata table is there, where your table is there, right? Now you have only two choice. Listen carefully. You have two choice. Let's say you run a query. You run query against this table, and table gets data to here, and then you get result. This is your option. But the $1,000,000 question is, how did you get data? How did you get data? How did you get data? So for that, we have 2-3 options. Please understand. That's all the secret of success. The first is that you get data, and then you use HDFS command to push the data to HDFS. So you have data in a Linux or FTP, and you use put command to push the data to HDFS. That's one. In a real life, most likely we will not use that. Why? Because you are not going to write the command. Once in a while you do. Like example, you download the data, huge data, and then you want to push that. Yeah, you can do it. But in real life, normally that type of writing command, running Hive is not practical. Once in a while you might, but not practical. So what is the second option? The second option is a pig. Pig will do all processing and write the final answer through store command. Oh wow, I know that. So store command. So if pig writes the final answer through store command, then this file exists and then Hive will pick up. So that is the most practical option. So when you do job, pig will do all the necessary job for ETL, and the final finished good, we call finished good. You write in a HDFS, and from there, Hive will help you to do ad hoc query execution. Okay, like 80 to 90% chances pig will create this data in HDFS for Hive. What is the third option? In third option, you use scoop. You use scoop. So your data might be in a RDBMS, some database, right? Mongo or something, or RDBMS. You get through scoop and you get in HDFS. This is also very viable use case because you have data like in Oracle or MySQL and all. The scoop command will go there, get the data, create the HDFS, and then Hive will pull. If you understand secret of success. But then Hive people say, wait a minute, there is a fourth option. And that fourth option is called load. Now, I don't use it in real life, but in quiz perspective, interview perspective, people ask. So what they are saying, let's say you don't want to use that in your file, then you load this file to this table, and this table will send this data to here, which is time-consuming process. But if you want to do it, you can do it, and that is this command. So you can say load data, that's a command. Local means Linux. In path product. So this is the file you have in a Linux local in path. So if you have file in different location, you can specify the path into the product table, which is the table. So this command through this will be slow, very slow, because if you have billions of rows, you're loading that and you're kind of creating burden. So best example, if you ask me, I need to select, I would select pig as the best option, but I will show you how local file can be added to the table. And when you add here, there is no, please understand, when you add here, there is no storage here because it's the external table. So it will add in HDFS, which is kind of cool, right? Because like example, you have 3 record here. And if you load another 3 record, it will keep adding that. So let me show you. At this moment, we're going to copy this whole command. And you notice that before we run this command, previous command, we saw we have 2, 3, and 4. So total 3 records we have. Now we are pasting here. So my table already have 3 records. This is my local file. Please understand, this is my local file. This is my Hive table. This is my Hive table. So I'm saying load data from my local file to Hive table. But Hive table already have 3 records. So it will try to do another 3. So check it out. Press enter. It can take a little time because load command does take time. And that's why this is also not my favorite one. But quiz perspective, sometimes they may ask question. So now I loaded it. So I'm curious how many records I have. So I use up arrow, and up arrow through. I can bring my previous command. I can make it simple. Up arrow through. In Linux, you can bring your previous command. And instead of this, you can just do star and ta-da! This time you will get 6 records. Give me thumbs up if you're understanding. No thumbs up from me. You won't give me.
I'm a little confused. So
Where is
first,
little? There is no little. No, when I'm explaining, ask question.
So we had a file in the local product, then we moved that to HDFS.
That's the
Yeah.
one way. That's the one
way.
option.
The one option.
Mhm.
And then this is the another
Second option.
second option of doing the same
Yeah.
thing.
So what's the confusion? From here to Chicago, you can go by car, by train, by Uber. Yes or no?
Yes.
So sometimes you might be using it.
Right.
There is no confusion, right? You need to understand the intention. Intention, I need to bring data to table and table through HDFS. So this one is going through table through HDFS. I am not pushing to HDFS, but this command is pushing. I am pushing data, local data file to table. But table is external table, so it is pushing to HDFS. So if I run HDFS command like that, if I use up arrow, 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 yeah, this one, you will see 6 records because it is pushed. Make sense? So here I have question, not a confusion, right? I have question, right? People on phone, any other questions?
Yeah, it created a file, a second file with a copy of it, right?
Yeah, it creates it over there. So if you do ls command, then you will know the magic. Ls command, real magic you will get. If you do ls command, it will create add second file because it knows there is a file like this. But you don't need to know that. This is called under the hood, right? How Hive does, you don't have to know. As long as you get your data, that's the beautiful part. Good. Any other questions? I'm asking questions. If you are not asking questions, and if you don't have questions, I'm hoping you're understanding. Just watching this class, you will not learn. I'll tell you. You can learn by doing it. So I'm hoping you're doing well.
I got mine to work. I think I got it, but I think I understand. Might need to go through it again, but I think I got it.
Right. Okay. So now we got this. We're gonna do now. You guys will do this thing, right? This is your homework. This is similar thing you will do your homework. So you will create this table, right? When you create a table, you create a data file, you push this file to HDFS, you create a metadata, and then you play around. Just practice, you will have fun. Now, I'll skip this thing for a second. We'll do join. This is an interesting exercise. Okay, this is going to be very interesting. So, first I need to explain how it will work. You have table. Please understand. Your table like this. This is table 1, just like database. The table 1 should have its external directory in HDFS. Right. Always remember, if it is not clear, Hadoop is killer. It will make your life miserable. See, the best thing, and I was very thankful to my all instructor when I was studying in college. They always told me one thing: don't worry about grade. Make sure foundation is very clear. And I was mostly focusing on grade A, but foundation has to be clear. He said one thing you learn in engineering is to figure it out. And figure it out means any hard, complex thing, you will understand how it works simple form. And if you understand that, you'll be successful everywhere. In 4 years of engineering, if I learn one thing, is you give me any complex problem, I'll figure it out. I don't need to know it. I need to understand the structure behind it. I know sometimes it takes time. I'm not a genius, but I always learn that because then I will never forget in my life. I don't use Hadoop command like this. My team does. I just once in a while help them or guide them. My role is not to write a command, but my team member always asks question, how the heck you know each and out everything? Because I understand foundation. After even 10 years, even though I have not written command, I will remember it. So foundation is always, Hive has two things, metadata and structure. So files, which is the external location. Very good. So now you have another table. So same concept, table 2, and it has to have external location. That is HDFS. Of course, each table have its own location. So there shouldn't be, in each HDFS, you should have data file, which is we are using external table. So far, any question, concerns, doubt? Good so far? Now, what we will do here, part of our journey, we will create our data file through gedit, right? We created our data file through VI, we created data file. Data file created, we'll put command, we'll do put command. Makes sense or not? And we'll create a data file, right? We'll create a data file in our Linux and we'll use put command. Sounds good, right? So you can see series of steps we are doing. We create a data file, put it, create data file, we put it. We'll check. Then we'll create a query. So this is a query 1, sorry, query 2 that will create drop tables, structures, location, run it, and make sure your pointer is there. And this is the query 1. We create a drop table, structure, and all. Once everything is run, then we can do join command. So join command means how this is connected, both how this is connected, how this is connected. So we can play around, join, left join, outer join, right join. When you do the join part, you're running only SQL command. Make sense? So initial setup may take 10 or 15 minutes. Lifetime people will use it. So it's a so beautiful part. I love it about Hive. It's the first setup. The people pay me so much money. The first setup, that setup is the only time you have to do. Yes, Jao, go ahead.
Maybe I missed it. But where is the T1 and T2 stored?
Table 1, metadata table 1. So this is the table 1. So example, customer. That's a table 1 which we create, right? Table with the
Yeah, where are they stored? Where?
They are stored in, very good. They are stored in the RDMS database. Here they use HSDB. It's a tiny database. It is stored. HSDB. They use like HSDB, which is like kind of simple database. But in real life, this is stored in MySQL or Oracle because you want to take a backup of this. You want to make a backup of this. If something happened, see, this data is by default in Hadoop. So Hadoop does replica of 3. Hadoop does replica of 3, so no problem with the data. But this thing in a real life, you set up database, RDBMS. How do you do that? Very simple. Hive has a file called configurations. So you can go to configuration and you can say, you know what, my metadata will be stored in this database, this table, locations, and all. You provide that configuration. Then every command you write, the metadata will be stored in MySQL. But by default, it uses HSDB. HS stands for high scale database. Again, it's a free or open source database.
Thank you.
Do you guys understand? Metadata is very crucial because metadata you are using through your command ad hoc query. So metadata we can take a backup. Data itself in HDFS gives you guaranteed no data loss because if they replicate, so we don't have to take a backup of HDFS. Makes sense, or not? Okay. So this is gonna be like approximately 1 hour exercise. No matter how many times I do, I also make mistake, but I can figure it out because I have picture clear in my mind. Make sense? Each step we have to verify. When I was in Sears, this type of exercise we did many times. I would say 200, 300 times. I have done that. So it's become like now habit. But earlier stage, when I did it, I have to literally write down on my notes. Step 1 is done, step 2 done. And sometimes step doesn't work, you can't move forward. Rule number 1, do not move forward. If something is not working, fix it before you. If you try to write everything and try to struggle, it's going to take a long time. Okay? So I'm hoping you all will have fun for this exercise. This is beautiful exercise for join. So first, we are going to create two data files, customer and purchase. So let's do step by step. So we'll back to our here. So we'll say VI customer. Okay, follow along. Okay, don't go lighter. Don't be like wishy-washy. Try. Do it. It's okay if it is error out. It's okay. You will learn something, right? It's not going to be difficult. So VI customer. If you know this thing, you can do project because almost you will have multiple tables in real life. So VI customer, you go in, press I for insert. I for insert, and we do have customer here. So 3 customers we have, 1, 2, 3, and then you right click and paste it. So boom, oops. I don't know why something wrong happened, right? I'll come out. I don't know what happened. VI, because I made a screen bigger, maybe that's why. VI customer, right? I for insert, right click and paste. Okay, now it's back. When I zoom in a little bit, it's a problem. Escape, colon WQ, and then you always see CAD customer, making sure it works. So this is step 1, customer is done. This steps, I think we did quite a lot, right? And Pig also, Hive also, this step we are repeating over, and over, right? So now, similarly, we are going to do VI. And what is this file name? This file name is purchase. So make sure spelling and all correct because it won't work. So purchase, press I for insert, and then we're going to copy this. Please understand, copy has to be careful. It's very important. So Priyank, welcome, Priyank, welcome. Right, paste it. Okay. So we are here, and escape, colon WQ, and press enter. So get purchase. So my both files are ready. Please understand, always check what you're doing. So I have created customer file and I have created purchase file. So data is ready, but in Linux, now I have to put this data to HDFS. So before I put, I will create HDFS directory. Please understand, I'll create HDFS directory. And I'll name it such a way that it will be easy to remember. So here I'll create a customer directory and then I'll use put. So there are 2 commands I need to do. First create directory and put. And here also I'll create a purchase directory and put. Makes sense? So that way it will go there. Again, systematic. We are not going to do anything wrong. We are not going to do rush, making sure you understand. Okay? So now we are here. So if you go down, we are creating 2 directories. First directory is customer. -P means if it is there, don't cry. If it is not there, create it. Same apply. So let's do it. No brainer. We know this command. Right click and paste it. Press enter. It won't error out because I have tested it. Right, in a real life, you have to type it. My life, I have all commands ready to go. Right. So at this moment, give me thumbs up if you're very clear, or if you have a question, please ask. Good. Very good. Please understand what I do is I map the data and appropriately. So in case of troubleshooting, I can easily troubleshoot. If you do data one directory, it's going to be a nightmare. So naming convention is very, very, very important. Okay. So directory is created. Now we just need to push the file. So there will be here. So where is the file? I have not pushed it. How did I not push it? Where is my command? Oh, here. Oh, here. Okay. I was scared. Where are my commands? Right. So this is my file, local file. I'm pushing this file to HDFS. So let's do it. Right click. If easy for you guys. So now both file is placed. And I kind of have a habit to double check all the time because anytime when you do this exercise, you have to double check. So I'll say Hadoop, right? FS -cat user root customer and stuff. It should give me the data. Yes, it is. Hadoop FS -cat user root right? Purchase, right? That's what we have. Purchase, install. Yes. So I think we are almost 30% done. Give me thumbs up. Your file is coming. Right? See, guys, you're kind of learning step by step. And when you repeat a couple of times, everything will be simple, easy, powerful, right? So now setup is done. So we have most setup done. Now it's time for creating a metadata. That metadata is here. Now, one thing I will tell you. This was like a problem in one of the old version. So we might have error, just to give idea. So when we were using 0.91 version, join was not working. I don't know why. So they made a mistake. So join was not working. So set Hive auto convert join false. We have to run this command in order to make join work. But because we are using newer version, likelihood we will not have error. We go with that assumption. Okay. So we'll not run that command. Now you all know this is the script. This is the script SQL command. Please understand. We're going to create a joins SQL where we are dropping first table and this table. Then we are creating customer table and we are going to remove Cloudera and we'll say root custom. So table will give idea and select customer. So that's the first step. Then we'll do the purchase table and we'll point. So in this step, we are creating two tables and we are doing. So basically, you can literally understand what we are trying to do. We are dropping if the table exists. We are creating table. We are pointing to our directory. So let's copy this whole thing. Remember, in a Hive, comment is nothing but 2 dash, Control C. So please copy, highlight and copy this Control C, Control C, Control C, Control C. Now go here and now we're going to do, what are you going to do? VI join.sql, VI join.sql, VI join.sql. Press enter. When you open it, first time you press I for insert and right click and paste it. And that should not be a confusion for you because you know very well. Sorry, what is going on? Sorry, my mistake. I'll come out. We have joined SQL. I for insert, right click and paste it. At this moment, I have to, sorry, when I do like what you call Zoom, it's having a problem. Let me come out. I have to write a smaller screen. I don't know why it's having vi join.sql. Sorry for that. Press I and right click and paste it. I hope that should work now. Okay, now it's working. Now I need to change this thing. Don't forget that changing. I know many times it's a painful, but you need to remember. In real life also, I know. Are you guys able to do? Make sure you change properly. If you have a question, please ask. In this script, I just changed my root. That's the location. Naming conventions are perfect. Naming conventions are perfect. Everything looks good. The file has 3 columns. File has 2 columns. Here 3 columns. So everything I'm matching according to my files. Perfect. No problem. Now escape colon WQ. Escape colon WQ. And it's time for us to run command. So Hive -f join.sq. So you're running Hive space -f join.sql. Join.sql. You press enter and see what happens. If you see results step by step, it means your setup is done. Then we can do analysis. This is complex program, but you know the structure. You see how beautiful it works. It works like a charm, right? Nice, easy. Give me thumbs up if you are able to. You can see table is created, customer table data is there, and purchase data is there. So at this moment, we have everything is visible. Thank you, Priya.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
Good. Now it's time for us to do join. Now, join works a little bit differently. So we need to follow the proper syntax. Yes, Divan, any question?
Yeah. So
Mhm.
for some reason, when I did everything, but for some reason it's only fetching one row and it's not pulling up the results.
There are two reasons. When you copy paste the file, your file has a pasting error. So you may want to do cat command. Some reason not coming, means like I would say you do cat command, and you can see that yourself. Are you having proper column structure? If your structure is not proper, it won't work. So cat and purchase. First, you need to see that thing. It has to be proper. The second thing, did you push properly? And third thing, did you change the location to root? If the structure is not proper tab delimited, it won't work because I'm using tab delimiter.
Okay.
Troubleshooting is a little bit harder, I'll be honest with you, because there are many moving parts. Each moving part, I hope you have followed the step-by-step approach which I'm explaining here. I hope you have done step-by-step. Check one of the steps you must have missed. That step. First, when you create a file, I hope you check with the table column. Then you check this. Both are done properly. Then did you check this file set? Did you push properly customer to customer, purchase to purchase? Right? Then the last thing is the join script, right? So vi join.sql. Did you do proper setup here? This is the only setup that creates problem. If you have cloud era, it won't be any result.
Let me try one more time.
Anyone else have any problem? Veera, how are you doing?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I see why.
What was the problem?
I was because I'm using I SSH into it just to see the difference, but it starts with Hadoop instead of root, so I had to change it to
Oh
root.
man.
Yeah.
You
I
will
wanted
have
to play
permission
around with it.
problem too. You will allow differences. I would suggest you should follow me. Same thing. So that way you next exercise you won't have problem. Because you have to change a lot of things, right? Yeah, because sometimes you may have permission issue too.
Yeah, I see it now. Yep. It worked though.
I would use browser base if you're okay with that. When you have free time, you can do it a little bit. Okay. So now we are almost there. Now it's time for us to understand join. So the way join works here, the command is a bit different than SQL command. So the way it works here, you can say select star. Select star means get all columns from customer join purchase. So this is your on inner join. So they are doing inner join. So we need to write this command, and I think I have somewhere written. If not, we have to type it. Sorry to say, I don't have written. I don't have written. So we have to type. So the way I will do is I'll type in a notepad and then I'll take it because I don't have courage to type in Linux. Because sometimes you make mistake. So we'll do here. So select, right? Select star, right? From customer join purchase on, then customer is your table dot cost ID, I believe, equals to purchase dot cost ID. I think that's what they are saying. So we'll follow that. Purchase dot cost ID. And then they are saying semicolon. So semicolon, you can write or not, doesn't matter. But you can see that select star is take all column from customer join to purchase only in the condition. Basically, you are doing inner join. If this condition is matching, show me result from both table. This is your left side table. This is your right side table. Position matter. Position matter. So select star from customer join purchase. Now your table name has to be exactly same. So my tables are mentioned properly. This column must exist in this table, and this column must exist in this table. If everything looks good, I can do that. So I'm going to copy this thing, right? Then I'll go back to my join script. So I'll say, you know what? Let's do vi join.sql, and I press I, and then I go down, right? after the last step, I press enter and I right click and paste it, right click and paste it and have a semicolon at the last. So I put a semicolon at the last. So basically select star from, I didn't type it, I got it in copy paste. Basically it's inner join. If you want to take some time and you want to do right join, left join, let's understand so we can save some time. We don't have to run multiple times. So you can see here, if you want to cherry pick, please understand. If you want to cherry pick particular column, then you can give alias. You can give alias and you can pick alias through whatever you want. And you can say left outer join and you can say right outer join. So you can do that as well. So here you can see we are doing all column, but if you want to do cherry pick, so I'm going to use this same command here and let's make a left outer join. So here I'll say select customer C and purchase P, right? And instead of this, I'll say C monster, and here I'll say P, and here I'll say left outer join. Left outer join means get me all data from left side and matching data from right side. That's what left outer join means. Get me all data from left table and matching data from right table. Right? Do I have to do start? No, you can do C. I can do that. Whatever these people are doing, I'll do that. C. I can say C cust ID, right? And C dot. What is the table name? We have table name. Our table name is, what is the table name? Our table name is first name. We are using first name. First name. That's a C. And let's say from here I want to say order date. So P dot order date and P dot cost. Just an example. I cherry pick 4 columns. This coming from customer table, this coming from product table. Very good. Now you can use the same query. The only thing you need to do, right outer join. So we are kind of saving time, right outer join. So we are saving time. So this way we are saving some time. Sorry, I didn't have the command ready. So I'm typing here. I'm going to put it in chat. So it might save some time again. And I'll also, if it works, I'll put it in our forum so you guys can make use of it. Okay? So right now, this 2 I copy, go back to my script.
Tom,
and I
Tom, in the third line, you have a mistake in the third line. It's a C, not CR.
Very nice. Thank you. You're paying full attention. Absolutely right. You're right. You are right. C. We'll check it. Once it works, I'll update in a forum so you have access to it. You might notice that in case if you say, what is this? I have never heard about it. Please understand, if you have 2 tables, then if there is a matching, then you do this one. This is the inner join, means it has to exist in both sides. So if data exists in both, then you get this one. This is inner join or equal join. If you do this one, then you can say, get me all data from left table and matching data from right. If you do this one, so you're saying, get me all data from right table and matching data from the left table. So you're focusing on right mode and matching. So it's up to you. Good so far. Now save it, escape colon WQ, escape colon WQ, and then say run it. So how do we run? So Hive -f join.sql. Boom. And let's see if it works. One by one, it will show the result. We will analyze. Seems like it's working. Right. So somewhere I have an issue. It got one command correct, that's for sure. But one error out, failed to express end of line. Oh, semicolon is missing. Oh,
I think you're missing semicolons. Yeah.
Semicolon missing. Right. These machines are very fast. Machines you will be using in a real life will be sluggish. It's going to take a long time. Trust me, you should appreciate EMR. It's lightning fast. If you are using Cloud Era, it's going to take a lot more time, 2-3 minutes to run this. This is a lightning fast, super duper. Oops. Escape, colon WQ, use up arrow. Hive comparatively faster. And most important thing, we have a high-end machine. That's why it's faster. If you use the same thing in a VM, like Cloudera or some other virtual machine, it's going to take a long time. Boom, 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 boom. Got the result? Right? People on phone, are you guys seeing the result? Right? Pretty good. Right? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So if you see carefully, like see here carefully, the customer 1, 2, and 3 we have. And you can see number 3 does not make any purchase. So if I do left, I will get number 3. But if I do right join, I won't have an entry for purchase, because so when I do right outer join, I will not see number 3. But when I do left join, I'll get this thing, but there won't be matching purchase. So if you do inner join, please understand, if you do inner join, you will see 1 and 2. So you can see 1 and 2 only. 1 and 2 customers you will see. But if you do left join, you will see all 3 customers. But Doug has not purchased anything, so that's why you got none. But if you do right outer join, again, you will see 1 and 2, because right table, which is the purchase table, only have 1 and 2. Then once you have this much knowledge, you can, technically speaking, you can do anything. Any question, concerns, doubt? I'm going to update our forum right away before I forget. But any questions, anything doesn't make sense? Oh my God, I don't understand that. If you do that, now you get, your project is like 30 minutes project, to be honest with you. Do you guys agree? Right? And if you still don't have 30 minutes, then I can say that you are not really thinking about your career, because you need to have 30 minutes for yourself, right? I'll update right away. So that way we shouldn't have a problem, because sometimes this is the valuable information. At least you get an idea. One working copy is needed. Any questions, concerns, doubts? So far, anything which I covered makes sense or not? Think about that main structure remains same. I hope you got the message very clear. Metadata and the table where you point to the locations. Once you have that thing, rest of the things be easy. So that part, this is left outer join, right outer join, and put here. All those things, good. And I'll put it here. Okay, all the commands are here. So hopefully that will give you benefit. If I save it, you just need to refresh, and you should have that access that is coming to your way. If you, so that is at least there. So if you refresh, hopefully it will ask me to update here. Nowadays it is asking everything should be up. Let's see, where is my Vixen? Oops. Where is my Vix? It is not going. Vix. Yeah, I published. Now we should be able to refresh it. So this way we have. Now before we take a break, I'm hoping we have time to discuss about. Okay, so before we take a break, after break we do only two things, but there is, I think, partition we need to cover and override. So so we did load, we did. Now we need to do override. Okay, this is something we did. This is something we did. Okay, yeah, here you go. So this is what often people ask in interview. What is the benefit of override? Now there are two types of override. One is a table override and one is a directory override. Again, syntax might be here and there, but override, it's a very simple word. Please understand. So far, your metadata table, data table, and then you have HDFS file, which is the HDFS data, which is the HDFS detector. Now, your data, raw data, if you go through this way, you can load it, and if you do load, it normally adds here. It's load, right? Or if you do put, you can put like that. So far so good. But sometimes, again, depending on your use case, you may want to remove this thing and put it here. So you are saying whatever it is there, remove it and write first time. And that is overwrite means. Overwrite means remove or replace it. Many people don't get it. Hadoop does not allow override, right? But Hive has this command. So if you read this in English, it says insert override table. So any table you can take, customer. So here we can say customer, select star from other table. So like example, your table 1, please pay attention. Your table, from table, you can create another table. So that's pretty easy. But if you say override, it means if this table has any data, it will remove that and it will write a fresh data. Right now I'm using table, but instead of table, if I said directory, what do you have? Same thing. If you try to write in directory, it will remove the previous data and create a new data. Make sense? Now, depends on your need. You can use it. So let's say if I want to show you, I can practically show you easily. So let me write a command here. First, I'll prepare a command because it will be easy. So insert, right? So I'm creating one table from existing table. So insert override table. And table is, let's say customer, I'll say cust. Or you can say customer 1, whatever you want. So cust, override cust, right? Then I'll say select star from customer. So we have table. So what will happen? You are inserting all the row which you have here from customer table. So after this command, you will have cust table created. And if there is a previous record in a customer, it will be overwritten. So I can run this whole command in one line and outside. I don't have to run through script. So I can run this whole command in one line. So check it out. I'm going to copy this, insert override table cust, select star from customer. And the beautiful part about expression is you can write this command here itself. So Hive -e, double quotation, you right click and paste. Double quotation complete and press enter. So you're running insert override table cust. So this will be a new table. This is the existing table. You're trying to insert the data to customer. Run it. Table is created. And now you can run query to cust table. So you can say select star from cust. And if you run that, it will run records from cust, and you will see 3 customers. Oops. What happened? Previous command error out or what? Fail. Oh, fail. Oh. Table not found. Oh, I have to create table. My mistake. I have to create table. Let me see if I can create table from existing table. So table doesn't exist right now. So that's why they're trying. So please allow me 1 second. I'm trying. Okay. Maybe in database world, this command works. Create. Create table cust as select star from customer. I believe this will work. In database world, it works like that. Let me check it. If it works, you can save some time. Otherwise, you have to create table. If I'm lucky, it should work because it respects all command. It did work. Seems like it's going well.
You named the table cut, not cust.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever it is, at least its command works. Then I think it worked. So it respects. So create table cut. I created tiny table cut as select star from it. So let me copy this command also. I'll put it in a forum so you won't have problem. but I'm creating this cost table. Oops, sorry. Let's do this way. The way command is create table cost, right? As select star from custom. So this will actually create everything, right? So right now I'm going to run this command. Last command was just practice purpose. Create table cost as select star from customer. So we'll do that. So this time I'm going to do this. Concept is more important because table will be changed, right? So it doesn't matter. Table will be different, right? So here create table customer. This is the new table. This is existing table. Okay. And it is working. We saw result came. And we'll double check that it has a data. It will have data. The problem is we don't know where it created data, right? So if I do it now, Hive, let me make it zoom a little bit. Right, zoom a little bit. I'll say Hive minus E, and I'll say select star from custom. Right? That's what we created. So what will happen? I'll see 3 customers. So far, so good. Right? First, understand what is the command we ran. So, in case if you are not very clear, we ran create table cost from this. So, you are creating a table, new table cost, but you're going to get data from here. That's it. We got it. We're done with it. Now, I'm going to use up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow. And you know that, you do know that cost is a table. Table has 3 records. We are trying to again write to that table. So we are saying overwrite means remove the previous data and write the new. It means overwrite. So let's do that. And going where you are. Right? It's override. And if you use up arrow, and if you do that, you will have 3 records. So this is overwritten, means previous data is gone. This is new data you got. Give me thumbs up if you are very clear. We'll take a break. You guys understand what we did or not? Make sense or no? First we create table, we override, and then we are running select star from first. So data is being overwritten. Make sense or no? This command create first table from customer, right? This command, right? Here, this command override, right? Override data and insert new data in first from first table from customer, right? So, and this command is just to check. Yes, sir. Any questions, concerns, doubt? Everyone is getting? So when you run one query, it's make more sense to run Hive minus F. So Hive minus F and then space and write a query. That's it. Right? You don't have to write double quotes. Sorry. So whenever you run one query, I use that. If you run multiple queries, then you should use, sorry, here E minus E for expression. If you have multiple commands to run, file better. In that case, you do. Okay. So right now, I think it's time for us to take a small break. After break, we have one thing to cover, and then we'll, if we have other thing to cover, okay, we'll do that and then partition.